Hello. I haven't been making so many videos lately. I've been teaching. I have a big list of videos to make just to promise, to fulfill some promises I made to some people in my classes. But as I've been on the airplanes, I've been wasting my time on this generic macro stuff. Now you can, of course, if you want this generic macro, you go to either to the main part of the website with the home page and get it here, or you go to the Excel and get it here. And I've been working on this table of contents, which used to suck. So what I'm going to do in this one, I have a simple little file to work with. It's got some blanks in it. Oh shit, I put the contents in already. I'm going to delete this contents. I want to prove to you that this is totally, it makes this content. So I'm going to make a contents page. Okay. Now, when I make a contents page, it used to just give you the sheet names and all that. Now, if you press Control Alt C, generic macros has to be open so you can see it. I'm going to make another video in case you would want to be idiotic enough to put this generic macros into your own file. All you have to do is copy the macros to your own file. I don't know why you would really want to do that. Now, yeah, all of this stuff is to color a sheet, which I've gone over a lot. Generic macros has Shift Control R. It has all this sheet formatting, and then there's this thing called Run Table of Contents. And when you click it now, I've got some options here for where you start the table, some putting your company logo on the sheet. It's got some stuff about inserting functions, and it's got some issues or some, should I say that, options for coloring the background. Now, if you just press continue and make the sheet, what it does right there, that fast, it just made a table of contents. And it will take you, because in column A, you're supposed to put the the section headers that explain what your modeling is doing. So I have a blank nothing model. I have a tiny little model here that I haven't finished. I mean that I have colored, that's not mine. And then, but each time so what it does is it not only takes you to a sheet, the second section is really the second sheet. It takes you there, and it has a little hyperlink that goes back and forth. It was a pain to make this. Not that much of a pain. I don't know why Excel wouldn't have it. Maybe Excel has it somewhere. I don't know. It's kind of like a Word thing. I think you can put a table of content, and then it puts the colors you're using, and it puts the stuff in. So I'm going to show you just a little bit more how to use this so you can make this kind of in any of your sheets. Let's just go to another page. So once you're on this sheet, you might want to do a little more with these titles and group them. Now, I'm going to press Control Alt C. And I'm going to press it again because a stupid video is not let me make it. God, stupid thing. It works if the stupid video is not on. Okay. And I'm going to put a sum column in here. And this should have all worked. And I'm going to make sure I've got a title column, a sum column. I'm using a flexible format. I've got to calm down a little bit. And I'm going to mark links from the other sheet that slows things down a little bit. And I'm going to apply a top color, and the top color on the little thing is going to be black. And I'm going to click on this. And then do you see what it does? It puts a little grouping here. So if you have a whole bunch of sheets, you can just kind of go to the other sheet. That's originally why I made this whole thing. Now I've got to explain how this business works when you want to put the last saved and all this stuff. So if I'm pressing F12 to save as, and I press this, it says it already exists. It's 2:33 p.m., which seems to be right. Okay. Now I want to show you a little bit more about this colorization. How about this? I'm going to, let's delete this sheet again, prove that you can really do it. Shift F11 to make a new sheet. Control Alt C if this stupid thing on the video really works. I think maybe my sister's right. I do have malignant something or other. And I'm going to go to this thing here. Now, if you have a really long sheet with a whole, I limited kind of the search in the sheet to 200. If you have a much longer sheet, you can just adjust this. For right now, I'm not going to adjust this. If I want to, this thing, including the sheet names, puts puts all the little hyperlinks in the model. I've probably already got it on, but in other words, in the other sheets, right up at the top, if you have some names, it puts those in. This reset table of contents, you probably should always have clicked. It'll just delete the existing one if you have one. This copying the logo and the colors, let's do it without this, and let's not include the color codes. So then if I go and create the table of contents, it would just give me a simple one with kind of nothing there. That's the way it works. Now, right now, I still have this linked because all right, so now I'm going to make it, and I'm going to leave these clicked. And then I'm going to continue and make the table of contents. And it puts everything there. So you've got a couple of options. Now, finished with this one. Suppose maybe I'll even contents. I'll maybe even put this on the website. So I haven't finished. Don't yell at me about this right now. But we'll have this table of contents a whole lot better than this crap that was there before. Okay? And now let's try it with a real model. You say, oh, this is a too little model, maybe, and I want to show you how to put these kind of things in it. So, where should we find our model? So okay, so now I'm going to do this with a real model. All right. Come on. And this is this model I'm discussing, and I'm not finished. And this is, for me, a crucial model to make. Okay. Here I have some diagrams. This is my diagrams, and I'm trying to explain why it's so necessary, or not necessary, it's so nice to have a UDF function in here. And I've got some all of these kind of pages. Too many pages, too much crap. Okay, and so let's put a new diagram and show you that new contents page, and show that this contents page will work when you have a big model. Okay, and I'm pressing Control Alt C again, and it's taking a long time because the video is on. And this time, I'm going to continue and make the table of contents. Okay, and I'm going to show you one thing about, okay, there are a couple of things that didn't quite work, because I believed I have more sheets in all of these. I had some blanks, obviously, in this parallel model, which is an exception. So I'm going to have to do it again. And what it will do is it will delete the existing sheet. Okay. And I'm purposely making mistakes, because it allows me to show something. So my senility and my stupidity helps sometimes. So I'm going to put 2000, because I might have I don't have a page that goes 2,000. I'll put 1,000 lines just in case I want to make absolute. It's going to go and make it. And I'm not sure. Okay, it's taking its time. Are we finished? Okay, and we have our little diagrams. We have our annual financial statements, and you can see that I had more things here. So if I want to look at the senior development bank debt quickly and look at the assumptions here, I can just go straight to it and then go back. And if I want to look at this one, I can go to it and then go down and back. Oh, cool. I think it's pretty. Maybe you don't give a shit. Whatever. And then, okay, so let's put those little last saved by and file names and all that stuff, where it's located and all that stuff in the top. And if you do that, what you have to do is get a function in, and you go to this table of contents, and these are little user-defined functions. Now, unfortunately, I could have a few options. I could ruin your Excel and take over your Excel and put in an add-in and a com and stuff like that. I looked into it years and years ago, and I said, screw this. I don't want to say you screw up anybody's computer. But to get these into your program, these are user-defined functions rather than macros, and these will update whenever you want to do things. So what you do then is you go to once you've copied them, you go to the developer and you can press F8 or whatever you want to do. I'm going to put these at the top even though it's not necessary. So I've got those into the function, and then when I make the little thing, it just puts them in for you. Okay, and this video has been surprisingly painful to make, and I'm going to try to make a few other videos in the next few days, which is supposedly a bad idea for all these stupid little likes and all that stuff. But there we have it. There's the table of contents with a whole bunch of table of contents. And let's save the file here. Right now it's saved it at 249. Let's save it again and see if it actually works. Put the new save date. Okay, and then we can change the name and all this stuff too. Okay, I can't think of good names anymore. All right, that's enough. This video sucks. Okay, bye.